The sun started falling when you woke up. My feet weren't covered when you started getting dressed. The sun started setting when you, all I ask of you is here. My feet weren't covered when I killed from the inside out at dawn. The sun's not just a rose when you came onto the horse I broke. My feet weren't covered when his goal is to rip everything apart. Don't leave this town, my dear. Don't leave here for the day. I'm on the ropes again. I need you as I am. The oars start sinking when you let go. To use your hands while speaking, saying, don't ever let us float. Don't leave this town, my dear. Don't leave even for the day. I'm on the ropes again. I need you as I am. I must have caught your call. I could not sleep alone. I'm hanging on the ropes. I need you as I'm I looked at you and said, oh, oh, oh. So tenderly you watched me burn, oh, so tell me.
Fuck. I need some chapstick. Watch me burn. Oh. I have a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night. I was low energy before I came on, but I don't know. Something just tells me tonight's gonna be a good night. So tenderly, you watch me burn and watch me burn. Oh. If you're joining me on this lovely Saturday night, welcome to the stream. We're gonna chill today. We're gonna have a good ass night. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna have a good ass night. Why don't we all have a good ass fucking night? You know? Chill home, you know, while it gets colder outside here in New York. What is she doing, bro? Off the bat, this girl is bothering. Hold on, let me put a little song before well, off the bat, she is right here next to me, picking at this box. You wanna get on top? Come. Meow. Meow. She don't wanna tell lies. She don't wanna tell lies. Come here. You're not leaving. You're not leaving. You're not leaving. Meow. Why you meow? Why you meow? Why you meow? Okay, I'll let you go. Don't get along, babe. I'm gonna do this time. I'm afraid again. She's shedding, so she's not allowed on the couch. I am not letting that bitch on the couch, bro. Oh, she is shedding. First of all, I don't want to fuck up the couch like that. And I also don't want to make this girl, Ashley, fucking... I don't want to get her sneezing every fucking day. She just wanna test drive. Naughty on the west side. Waiting in the next life. Official life. Waiting on the one you didn't invite. I told you not to waste my fucking time. I told you not to sing that song you like. We don't jump through hoops. No many cuts you do. For you. She don't wanna tell lies. She don't wanna tell lies. She just wanna tell lies. She just wanna feel time. I'm looking for a long ride. She just wanna test drive. Now he on the west side.
I'll see you in the next life.
Done. Yo. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Joji never disappoints. Joji never disappoints. Ever. Ever. He never fucking disappoints. God. I should listen to that new song he released. I'm pretty sure he released a new song, right? Didn't he? Hold on, this shit is bothering me. Doesn't want to stay up, right? Or I could probably raise this. Yeah, that's better. That is better. Let's check out this new Joji song. Oh, oh. There's a new song. Die For You. It's the name of the new song. Shit. You're happy without me, and I hope it's true. Damn, I'm already in love with this song. Holy shit. Me a little, that's okay, 'cause I die for you. You know I'd still die for you. Yeah, I love this song. This song is so good. God, I'm not gonna keep listening to it for my VOD's sake, but I love that song. That song is good. I didn't know how I was feeling about it in the beginning, but Lord, did it grow on me. They grew on me fast. On the second listen, I was already in love with it. I finished God of War, but don't want to leave. Oh shit! That's kind of how I felt, bro. I enjoyed God of War so much on my first playthrough, bro. I literally loved that game. When it comes to gameplay, progression, and like upgrading shit and fighting, bro, it's all fucking dope. It makes you want to keep playing. That's why I'm still playing even on the hardest difficulty. I'm not gonna be playing it today though. I'm just gonna be chilling, and then I'll probably continue it. Cause what day it is? What day is it? Today is the 5th. Damn. I'm likely not gonna be able to finish it before the game comes out. But I would have gone through a good amount of it. You know? Fighters' thoughts on Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira fight. I am UFC excited for this fight. This is somebody who... Now, I love Israel Adesanya. And I always knew he had a kickboxing career before entering the UFC. But I never knew like how good he was, his record, anything about his kickboxing career. Then I found out he lost a few times, you know? And there's this viral clip of him getting knocked out, right? Fast forward a few months later, I watch a fight where Alex Pereira is fighting on the same card as Israel. I believe it was Israel's last fight. And then they make it known to me that Alex Pereira was the one who knocked out Israel in that viral clip. And I was like, holy shit. They should fight again. That was my first thought. They should fight again. That would be a good fight for Izzy. Because his last few fights, I'm gonna be honest, were boring as fuck. They were boring. I want this guy to give him, if he truly is the best in the world, Izzy will prevail and get revenge over Alex Pereira. And I want to see that happen, which is why I'm so excited for this card.
281 is
And
coming
it's in Garden State. It's happening in New York.
up quick, and quite a few fighters have made their predictions for the main event between Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira. Let's check it out. Sean Strickland seems to be on Israel's side, and he's sure about his decision. Sean stated, "I got Israel Adesanya. Adesanya's gonna dance around, and run around, fight like a bitch. He's not gonna do what I do.
Oh my
He's not
God.
gonna stand in front of him. I think Adesanya's gonna win. Adesanya has a very strange body type. He's hard to fight. Some people are a little more indecisive considering the fact they have a little more history with Israel. Phil Hawes even put his 2 cents in. Phil stated, I feel like we may see a new champion, but I feel like Izzy is crazy enough to shoot a double. He's been in MMA longer than Pereira, and I think he's an entertainer. So he might pull out something crazy, shoot some doubles. I think in a couple fights he tried to do a triangle, so he has some grappling experience. Probably more than Pereira. Pereira's tough though. We'll see. I'll be tuning in. Michael Bisping gave an early prediction back in July, and it looks like he's sticking with his decision still.
A lot of people think, well, this is just going to be a kickboxing fight, okay? Adesanya's going to get beat by Pereira. I don't see it like that. Now, the first kickboxing fight that they had was incredibly close. Adesanya claims he should have won. Close fights, people always claim that, okay? But Pereira got the job done. Second time out, Adesanya says, I was winning until he caught me. Well, again, that's what you would say. So there's nothing wrong with Adesanya saying that. That's what you would say. But my analysis, and I haven't studied Pereira endlessly, but when you look at Adesanya, I said this when I commentated this fight, he is one of the most sophisticated strikers. He sets up so many traps. His reflexes are insane, okay? The ability, the speed, the shots that he can throw, they are delivered so well. He's used his feint so well. He's got a great fight.
The captions on this are so fucking trash. What the fuck?
And he's very, very strategic. On top of that, he's tall, he's long, okay? So there are natural advantages that he has over most of his opponents. He won't have those advantages over Alex Pereira.
He won't.
Okay, he's just as tall.
That's what makes it so. That's what's gonna make it very much harder for Israel.
He's probably just as long, and he's also a very good kickboxer. That's beaten him twice, but he's rough, he's raw, he's a bit more rugged. He's not as technical as Adesanya. He's not, but he takes more chances. That's why he got that knockout, and he kind of has to.
And facing a champion like Izzy, you're gonna have to take chances, which is why it's looking scary for Izzy, bro. Because Izzy's been playing it safe these last fights. Izzy hasn't been taking chances, trying to finish the fight in a spectacular fashion by getting a knockout. He's been very defensive his last few fights, understandably so, because he wants to keep the championship, bro. But this is somebody who's hungry. This is somebody who's beaten him twice in kickboxing and is the new contender for the middleweight championship. So it's looking very scary because Pereira is definitely going to be taking chances. But on the other hand, it might work well for Izzy, knowing that Pereira will be taking chances because Israel is, like I said, Israel is a defensive fighter. He might capitalize on a good counter, get him stumbling, end the fight on a TKO. You never know.
That he fights, he's much more forward. He's a pressure guy. He goes forward, doesn't use his reach as well as Adesanya does. But
I don't see Adesanya just cold turkey knocking him out. Like the most it'll be is a TKO. The most. I don't see Adesanya like knocking him out cold. I don't know if he has that power.
Be an interesting fight. Adesanya coming into this one obviously will feel like Pereira's trying to come and take everything that he's worked for, right? To build the legacy that he has, the riches, the fame, the fortune, the cars, the houses, the jewelry, okay? Pereira is a real threat of taking all that away. But will he do that? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think between the time of them two fighting a long time ago, I think Adesanya has improved so much. When you find at this level in the UFC, you got no choice but to get better. And when you see what can be achieved, the kind of money that can be generated, Adesanya's bank account is flying. Okay, he's got endorsements galore. He's got the YouTube channel. He's a dominant champion. Okay, Adesanya's got a great life, and he's built that through his octagon performances. He ain't gonna give that up against Alex Pereira. That's why this fight is gonna be incredible. I can't wait for it. Early prediction, and this isn't an official, but I think Adesanya probably takes it. I think Adesanya probably wins the rematch once and for all.
I hope
Daniel
that's the
Cormier
case.
doesn't seem to
I
say-
want Adesanya to win, but it's scary. It's scary. So I can't say that Adesanya's going to win.
I think that Israel will be able to keep his winning streak against Alex, though.
He said, I'm finally going to get a guy that attacks me. You and I both know Adesanya is a masterful counter striker. Is Pereira going to play into his game by just attacking him, or do you take much from the kickboxing fight? Because as I break it down, I really don't know. I don't know what to expect. But I do feel like we finally got a guy that can match Izzy on his terms. I took the counter-striking approach. I didn't realize him going, maybe I'll go back to sleep. You don't hear Israel Adesanya be that transparent. Yeah. You don't hear that from most champions being that transparent. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about the prospects of him being in there with someone that can match him at his greatest skill. But the reality is this. Israel Adesanya is no longer a kickboxer. He is a full-on mixed martial artist. You could never become the world champion in the UFC without possessing a well-rounded skill set. Problem is, he's got some demons to deal with in regards to Pereira that he generally doesn't have to deal with. He doesn't have to deal with guys owning victories over him. He doesn't have to deal with guys having the ability to stand and trade with him, knowing that they can beat him in those exchanges. But I do believe that Pereira's willingness to go and try to recreate the magic that he had in kickboxing will put him in harm's way with Adesanya. Because even in the second fight, Pereira knocked him out. But it was a very competitive fight with Izzy having a lot of moments in that fight. Here's the difference. These guys are fighting with 10-ounce gloves. They have 4-ounce gloves now. Inside an octagon.
It would be, I'm telling you, this can very much become fight of the night if it becomes like a Kamzat and Gilbert Burns type of fight, you know? If that's his name. Where they're both trading with each other, both making each other stumble. That'll be a fucking entertaining ass fight.
With people going absolutely crazy.
Henry Cejudo doesn't think that Israel has a chance either. Cejudo stated, I think Alex is going to get it. This is why it's so important that as a mixed martial artist that you become well-rounded. That you're not just a striker with good defense. Because what happens when you get that other good striker that has better striking than you when you can't take him down? Because that's kind of where we're at now with Pereira and Adesanya. As good as Israel is, Alexander just still has better striking. He knocked him out the last time they fought. He beat him the first time. If this fight goes on its feet, I just got to go with Pereira. Jose Aldo was the same thing. Really good on his feet and great defense. But what happens when you get a better striker like Max Holloway? He put him out. He literally put Jose Aldo out. He put him out because there was nothing else that Jose Aldo had that was a trick in the bag for Max Holloway. That's kind of how I see it in this position with Israel Adesanya and Pereira. I got Pereira by knockout. I think he's got more diversity and things of that nature. Stop me when I lie. Jared Cannonier seemed to think that we're about to see a whole new kind of Israel. Jared stated, it definitely favors Izzy more. He's been here longer. He's had all these 5-round championship fights with the best in our sport, so it's definitely different. He definitely has the experience in that regard. He's altered his kickboxing style more for...
If Izzy beats this dude, there's no longer any competition for Izzy in this weight division.
MMA. Alex,
And I'm talking about if he beats this dude very clearly, like he proves that he's clearly better than him.
still has sort of a kickboxing base, his stance.
Not oh, he almost won the fight, or not, he won the fight by 1 point, by 1 round, Nah, bro. You need if he shows that he's a clearly better fighter than Pereira, then there's no competition for him. There's no competition for Izzy, bro. And I don't know what he would do after that. Like, he's tried to go up a weight division into 205, into light heavyweight, and he got his first loss because of that. So yeah, I don't know.
Not to say that's a detriment to him, but it can be exploited as far as MMA goes. I think the advantage lies with Izzy in that regard. The power lies with Alex for sure. They're both the same size, you know, so Alex is going to be a denser opponent, so he's probably a little bit heavier. It's definitely going to be an exciting fight. Khabib had a very quick reaction to the upcoming fight as well.
Ну ладно, повтори можно. Адесanya, Перейра, я проснулся. Я так думаю, что очень интересно.
It is hard to predict.
Kevin Holland thinks that Israel will be losing the championship belt at any time. Holland stated, "No, he's not the champion anymore. He lost. He's talking about being king of the middleweights. If he's king of the middleweights, then I'm a super welterweight. Quit that shit." Anthony Smith believes that Israel is going into his next fight with a huge disadvantage. Smith stated, "I was shocked at how big he was in real life. Alex Pereira is huge. He's drastically larger. I think Izzy is going to win most of the exchanges, but Pereira can fight him on his terms. He's the only guy in the mixed martial arts world in that weight class that can fight Izzy on his terms and win. There's no threat of wrestling either. Neither one of these guys are shooting takedowns." An interesting prediction comes in the form of a comeback.
I mean, you never know. Israel might be shooting takedowns. I wouldn't say that.
You don't think it was a real punch, Mike? Huh? He's most likely going to be supplementing.
Jake Paul, believe it or not, is more profitable than the champ. If I fought the champ, let's do it, Jakey. Check this out, right? The tax lady was always calling me saying, "Mike, Mr. Tyson, I'm sure you have something to do. I know you're gonna fight again, so why don't we just have this fight?"
Anderson Silva against Jake Paul. It's interesting. Jake Paul is a big.
I mean, we already saw the aftermath. I don't know why I clicked on it. Oh fuck. Who's ready for that new Avatar movie? Oh Lord. I don't know who's gonna bother watching this. It's like you don't need to bother watching this, bro. Like, and where in Floyd's mind did he think that this was a good idea? Because nobody's gonna want to watch this fight. We know who's gonna win. You also don't see it nowhere on social media, bro. Like, I don't need to say that for you to know that. You don't see no one talking about this on social media. Nobody cares because we know the outcome.
Today we're just at Red Rock. Amazing views already. I'm liking the look of this. The heat is just right. It's not too hot.
What do you mean?
I think it's perfect for hill sprints. We're going to hit some hill sprints up there. That preparation for Floyd Money Mayweather has to be right.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
How you boys feeling 2 days out from the presser?
Feel good. Life's good. Yeah, life is good.
Because obviously Floyd's retired from professional boxing, so there's only very few people will get the opportunity to fight him nowadays. So got to embrace it, enjoy the experience, enjoy the moment, and be competitive as well, because that's the whole point of it as well. And that's it. Live life in between.
The thing is with my journey as well, it's like what I want people to take from my journey is don't give up. I was like, people were just slating me constantly, being like, what you doing, this, that, give up and everything. But I just chose to not give up.
I don't care, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
But I'm not worried. I put that nigga in a split box. Rage, stay calling me. What's the nigga doing?
The fuck?
Hey, this hoe really dropping though. What's this nigga doing?
What the fuck? What the fuck is this? The fuck? Kai is so dumb. Compay. That's what this fucking new fucking word. I swear these niggas come up with a new word every fucking day. How it is apartment shopping in big cities, bro. You already know this is New York.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. What about you?
I'm doing good.
Thanks for even considering this, man. Let me show you.
No, thank you for helping me find a place to live. This is amazing. So spacious.
Yeah, this is actually the whole entire complex.
What?
Yeah, there are 5 tenants delivered total.
No, I'm paying $2,700. This ain't all me.
$2,700, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me show you.
Yeah, it's. Huh?
You have a 1-bedroom apartment right here. Look at all the space you have. Oh, Desmond, I thought I told you we had a viewer coming in at 12. Why are you still here?
12. I'm sorry.
What the fuck? No way you living in there.
It's a little messy because he just left, but yeah, go ahead and take a look.
A little messy? Hey, bro, no. That's a closet, baby.
No, this is a
I'm
one-bedroom
paying
apartment.
$2,700.
Let me show you.
Bro, no.
Look at all this space right here for your personal belongings. And if you want to go to bed, it's right here.
Man, hey, nah. Ain't no way, bro. No, I'm not coming there with
New
you.
York, that be like
I don't know
this,
what you
bro.
got going on. That's a closet, bro. Look at the stuff that's in there. That's closet materials, bro. That's closet materials.
You won't be able to find a better price.
$2,700,
Living by yourself now, finding a apartment in Manhattan that you can afford. Like, let's say you're not earning a lot of money, right? You work in a regular job, minimum wage, or even like 18 an hour, even that much I don't think is enough. Like, you're not gonna find an apartment here in Manhattan. You might find an apartment in the Bronx or in Brooklyn, but like even those places might have, cause I haven't looked at it recently, but even those places might have stupid ass prices.
700 is?
Yes. It's for that.
I'm asking, do you know how much 2,700 is?
Yes, $2,700 a month.
Bro, it has a, bro, there's a goal on the front. What is this?
That's what makes it $2,700. It's a basketball goal.
But you take this shit off then. Take it off.
Then it's $2,650. What's wrong?
There's no bathroom here. There's no kitchen. What, bro? Look, there's no. What the fuck?
Oh, my bad.
How the fuck?
Did I not tell you guys that there was a viewer coming at 12?
What the fuck? How did he get in there? That is so stupid. How the fuck did he get in there?
What's wrong?
Yeah, that's me.
He said he came out the bed.
He did. I told you they're roommates.
Show me the bathroom.
You gotta go in. It's the only way.
This a movie or something?
No, this is real life.
Said no, this is real life.
It's gonna be $2,700 a month in this city. Mr. Phillips!
Exactly how New York be, bro. Yeah. I'd be curious what kind of jobs they be having, because places want you to make 3 times the rent. Like, yeah, it's for that. It's so dumb, bro. Oh, man, I'm getting tired. Fuck. I don't want to be getting tired. I'm getting tired, bro. I haven't watched this dude in a fucking while. Long ass time. I don't know what to do. Okay, let's watch this. Wow, the She-Hulk finale just broke all the rules. Hold on, sorry. I thought I saw something. While also answering so many questions in the MCU in the best possible way. This finale revival was low-key in terms of sticking the landing. I screamed several times. Bravo.
Wow! The She-Hulk finale just broke all the rules, while also answering so many questions in the MCU in the best possible way.
Is this real life?
This finale rivals Loki's
Whoever wrote this is fucking brain dead.
finale in terms of sticking the landing relative to its season. I screamed several times. Bravo!
Well, yeah, that's what Hulks do. We smash things. Bruce smashes buildings, I smash fourth walls and bad endings.
They say if you expect nothing, you'll never be disappointed. Well, the finale of She-Hulk finally proves that wrong. For as bad as the entire show has been, I sat there in stupefied shock at how horrible the season finale was. It reached that mythical level of bad ending, above Game of Thrones, reserved only for Battlestar Galactica. She-Hulk breaks new grounds by simultaneously having complete, utter contempt for its audience, but also having no confidence in its own story. This isn't going to be a deconstruction or examination of the writing, as there's nothing to deconstruct or even examine. This is just a pure rant. Listen.
Is that an old She-Hulk movie?
I need to expel this toxic goo that was inflicted upon my psyche by this show before it melts me from the inside. So what happened? Well, like most shows nowadays, there's an overarching plot that slowly moves along each episode. For She-Hulk, the plot was, and I'm not joking, this was the real plot of a real multi-million-dollar TV show for one of the biggest brands in media. This was the final boss for the first season of She-Hulk, a show about someone with the powers of a Hulk. A group of internet misogynists run a Reddit page dedicated to destroying She-Hulk because she's a woman. And they don't like women because women gross and belong in kitchen or something. And so these internet Redditors devise a plan to steal She-Hulk's blood. How they even know her blood is the key to becoming a Hulk is never explained, so that the guy who runs this Reddit page can make himself a Hulk, because he deserves it more, because he's a man or something. And so instead of just sticking Jen with a needle when she's in human form or knocking her out with like gas or chloroform and taking a blood sample, they devise an elaborate ruse to have a #niceguy seduce Jen, film their sex tape for some reason, and then post it publicly, which would of course identify said nice guy in committing a crime.
This is the show, bro. This is the plot of the fucking show. Oh my fucking god, I'm glad I never bothered watching it. What the fuck? This is supposed to be a Marvel project, bro.
Crime. So a group of internet trolls managed to not only steal She-Hulk's blood, but also somehow, magically, off-screen, with finger quotes, technology, make it so that this random guy can be injected with her blood and go into Hulk form without dying horribly. Something Bruce says in the first episode would be almost impossible. That's right. In the entire MCU, out of all the supervillains, out of all the various countries, governments, all who would absolutely love to be able to turn people into Hulks, something which is literally the backstory for Emil Blonsky, who is in this very show and who was the plot of the very first Hulk movie. Nope, no one in the entire world was ever able to figure out how to do this before some internet trolls who hate women. I guess that old episode of Seinfeld was right.
Your brain consists of two parts. The intellect, represented here, and the part obsessed with sex. But with no sex Louise, this previously useless lump is now functioning for the first time in its existence.
Oh yeah, and also this plan is useless because if this guy ever comes out publicly as being a Hulk, everyone will know he's the one that committed the crime. Now all that stupid plot I just relayed to you, this isn't even the shockingly bad ending I'm talking about. Oh no, my sweet summer child. That pile of plot garbage I just relayed to you is merely the setup. The abyss of despair goes so much deeper. So take a moment to prepare your mind for the story equivalent of the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark, where everyone's face melts off. So how does this show wrap up this insanely bad plot? Well, after a bunch of heavily contrived dumb things happen, so that Jen, just by pure coincidence, stumbles upon our internet trolls, a big dumb fight breaks out. And I'm not making this up, this really happens. You, the audience, turn off the She-Hulk TV show in disgust. Jen then breaks out of the She-Hulk logo onto the Disney Plus streaming site page, goes into the writer's room for her own TV show, and tells them they are all bad writers. Then the writers say it's not their fault their writing sucks, it's Kevin Feige, president of Marvel Studios' fault. So She-Hulk goes to his office to find that Kevin is actually an AI algorithm, desperately trying to cobble together a good television show. So Jen complains to the AI robot, and everything is solved off screen. All the bad guys are stopped, all the problems disappear, and that's it. That's the end of the show.
What the fuck?
The writers of She-Hulk wrote a story that sucked so much they had to have their own character literally break the fourth wall and tell them it sucked. But here's the thing, writers of She-Hulk. Just because your own character tells you your story sucks doesn't mean it stops sucking. In fact, it actually makes it worse. It means the writers of the show were aware that what they were writing sucked.
That's so fucking weird, bro. Oh my god. These people are running Marvel into the ground.
And they just didn't care. Well, here's an amazing tip. How about when you're writing a TV show, you just make it not suck? My God, what infinite wisdom, what knowledge beyond compare. You just make it not suck. Are you saying that when I'm writing a TV show, I should actually try to make it good? Who could have thought of such a revolutionary idea? You're saying I shouldn't write a TV show based off the I was only pretending to be retarded meme? Oh my God, who could have thought of this? I'm awestruck. That's right, I am stricken with awe at how bad this ending and this show is. We have a show that not only has no confidence in itself, but it also hates its own fans. It's making Marvel fans the bad guys and calling them all sexist. These episodes are written before the show is even aired. It meant that as they were writing the show, they had such little confidence in their own work that they knew the Marvel fans wouldn't like it. So in anticipation, they made them the bad guys.
I'm not happy with what's happening in my story.
You're angry. I know it. I don't suppose you ever stopped whining long enough to reflect on your own shortcomings, though, did you?
It's my show. I propose we don't have to do that.
You've been wrong about every single thing you've ever done, including this thing.
You know, I don't don't know, maybe I'm just a crazy lad, but why don't you just try to make a funny, interesting, compelling TV show that the fans would actually like? Crazy, right? But it gets worse. The people that wrote this show are so pathetic. Not only do they label the fans as the villains, but then they acknowledge that their own writing is dog shit. And they just say, oh, well, whatever. If I lampshade it, aka point out how bad my own writing is, then the bad writing becomes okay and funny, right? No, it doesn't. All I can say to them regarding their writing is,
everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
And for the She-Hulk apologist that are trying to claim that Jen was only saying the big fight at the end was what sucked, no, you're wrong. Jen flat out says none of the storylines make any sense.
This is a mess. None of these storylines make any sense.
And criticize the main plot point that the finale has been driving towards the entire season.
The bad guy steals my blood in order to give himself superpowers. Where did you come up with that original idea? Was that from every other superhero story ever?
Okay.
So please, cease your simping. The writers of She-Hulk don't even understand their own story, or what the stakes even are. Jen, acting as a self-insert for the writers, says the blood-stealing plot...
It distracts from the story, which is that my life fell apart right when I was learning to be both Jen and She-Hulk. Those are my stakes, Kevin.
Her life falls apart? Does that even make sense? Let's remove the overarching blood plot and see what the supposed stakes for Jen are each episode. Episode 1, she becomes She-Hulk and has complete control of her powers. Episode 2, she loses her job but gets a far better one. Episode 3, she gets Emil Blonsky off on parole. Episode 4, she has trouble getting a date until she goes She-Hulk form. Episode 5, someone tries to trademark her name in a way that makes no logical sense. Episode 6, her high school friends are a-holes. Episode 7, more guy trouble. And Episode 8, her client turns out to be a bad guy and she gets to bang Daredevil. And that's it. So for Episode 1, there are no stakes.
Why would you do this to Daredevil, bro? Oh my god. Oh, my foot. Oh, my body was hurting. Oh god, why? Why do that to such a good show, bro? If you've never seen Daredevil, the Netflix show, you know, I don't know where they have it now because it's no longer on Netflix. I don't think so. But if you've never seen it, watch it up to the last season. Every season is better than the last. There's only 3 seasons. And then watch fucking that recent Disney Plus Hawkeye show and She-Hulk. And see how they fucking destroy these beloved characters.
Or negatives for Jen. For episodes 2, 4, and 8, her becoming She-Hulk makes her life better, not worse. For episodes 3, 6, and 7, her becoming She-Hulk is irrelevant to her problem. The only problem Jen faces from being She-Hulk, if we remove the blood plot, is Titania trying to copyright her name, something that was easily fixed. That's it. So, how exactly does her life fall apart?
You know in high school, that friend that you have that's like, like cooler than you are, like more attractive and athletic, and they get all the attention from everyone? Hello.
If we remove the blood plot and everything related to it, in totality, becoming She-Hulk massively helps Jen. She ain't no Peter Parker.
I broke my back, a drone flew into my face, I buried Aunt May, my wife and I split up, but I handled it like a champion. You know what, no matter how many times I get hit, I always get back up.
Jen even says this herself. Her only big problem becoming She-Hulk is, oh no, I don't know if people only like me because I'm hot and have superpowers. Woe is me.
The really disgusting part about the ending is that the writers were trying to shift the blame for the bad writing onto Kevin Feige, who was initially against the Kevin Robot ending. That's like purposely doing a shit job on a homework assignment, then blaming the teacher for your bad work.
Everyone pays attention when I'm this. Like, my colleagues, my boss, guys. It feels like cheating.
I know this is supposed to be a funny show, but if this is Jen's main problem, it's incredibly shallow and pathetic. Just compare it to every other Marvel superhero. Oh no, my life's work is being used to kill thousands of innocent people. Oh no, I had to sacrifice my entire life to be a badass. Oh no, I look like a disgusting monster man. Oh no, if I lose control of my emotions, I might kill everyone around me. Oh no, I don't know if people like me for me.
Ow.
I didn't have all of this. Like if I was just Jen. Would the same guys who like She-Hulk stick around for Jen?
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt! You make me sick, you big baby! Baby want a bottle? A big dirt bottle?
So the writers of the show have no idea what they're talking about. The other things She-Hulk apologists say are things like, She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall in the comic, or this ending of She-Hulk complaining to the writers is right out of the comic. So that means it's good. If you thought that, you've been tricked. Breaking the fourth wall itself isn't the problem, and the series could have been written in a way so that this same ending actually worked. One of two ways. The first is She-Hulk from the very beginning continually comments that the whole...
Why does he look so much like fucking one of the brothers from Zack and Cody?
One of two ways. The first is She-Hulk from the very beginning continually comments that the whole stealing blood, misogynist internet trolls plotline seemed weird, stupid, and out of place. All the other characters around her would act like this plotline is just a normal thing in the Marvel universe. But Jen would be like, this is stupid and weird. Why is no one seeing this? And this overarching blood-stealing plotline, much to Jen's annoyance, would continually interrupt each individual main episode's plot about whatever court case Jen is handling. From the very beginning, Jen just wants to get back to lawyering, but the writers keep trying to shoehorn this blood-stealing misogynist garbage in. But that's not what happens at all. Jen and the other characters take the blood-stealing misogynist Redditor's plotline seriously, all up until the very last second. That's why the ending feels so lazy and unearned, and out of nowhere. If it was done the way I just suggested, with an actual setup, the ending could have felt like an intelligent commentary on some of the bad tropes of Marvel movies and TV shows. The second way to write that ending is just to get rid of all the overarching blood-stealing plot garbage altogether. Just have each episode be a self-contained, humorous light story. There is no overarching plot. Then the final episode, which has its own self-contained story like the rest, veers off the rails at the end in some bizarre big fight, to which Jen attacks the writers, telling them just because it's the series finale doesn't mean they have to shoehorn in some ridiculous cluster fight like so many Marvel properties that betrays the entire tone of the series. But the writers of She-Hulk wanted to have their cake and eat it too. They want to have this dumb, overarching, blood-stealing plotline driving the series, keeping modern audiences who have been conditioned to need an overarching plot watching the show. They want to have this insipid, let's preemptively call people who don't like our show sexist, so hard we literally write it into the plot. They wanted to have all this garbage in the show, but then criticize it right at the end? That just makes it seem like they have no confidence in their own writing. That when the writers got to the last episode of the script, they realized their own story sucked, but it was too late to go back and rewrite the series. So they figured if they called their own writing bad, that would trick some people into accepting it was actually good. And for some people, it's worked.
For some, for the brain dead people.
About the direction of season 2.
Oh, no.
No. Never in your fucking life, all right? Don't bro, don't even think about a season 2, bro. Season 2 should be nowhere in your fucking mind. If you're the writer of this show, or if you're in charge of the show in any way, a season 2 should not be anywhere in your mental capacity. Anywhere in any of your brain cells. Whoa. He looks crazy. She took the world off my I'm gonna be honest. I'm so tired today, bro. I don't think I could stream for a long ass time today, bro. I don't think I can. This fucking picture. Oh shit. No way.
Who's the guy who wears dresses with long hair on Twitch? Who's obsessed with girls driving better than him? Your friend.
Hassan.
What the? Stop! Stop, bro! Stop! Dude, what? Women come up to him and say, hey, you're a real man, unlike that Hassan guy who wears dresses. React to the Andrew Tate, Aiden Ross stream from yesterday. I was watching some of it while I was playing Valorant. And from what I understand, I was, he just had him on. They were talking. I don't even know. But apparently I caught some strays in the conversation. That's what's listening to all of it.
I don't know, bro.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know,
Why are you
bro.
laughing?
What are you doing on your laptop?
You're not very entertaining, so I said 1 second to get my laptop so I could also do my work, my important thing.
So this shows you a completely different side of the internet. I've been on both sides already. All these comments are in support of Hassan, you know. Every one of these people hate Tate. And then you go to a video then you go to like Aiden Ross's video where I'm pretty sure where I'm pretty sure this interview is on his channel. Aiden Live. All right, you go here. 1 million views. Bro. Can you see the two different sides of the internet? The world would be a better place if everyone had a friend like Andrew. Andrew takes what the world needs but doesn't deserve it. National treasure. I really respect any for like saying without having a bias. I know it gets how valuable this could be for him if he'd embrace Tate's lesson. He could literally conquer Earth. And then you go to going back to where I just was. Like literally go back to where I just were. Come here to Hassan's side of the internet. There, it's rent free in his head. I'm thinking that he's harder than Hassan might be one of the legitimate takes. That debate really scarred Tate for life. As a woman, I could definitely not saying that to Tate. Bro, what? Like, the internet is a special place, bro. Me personally, I do not like Hassan. I don't. I've said that before. I'm not gonna say it again. Why do I not like Hassan? Because I don't like the way he reaches his conclusions on certain things. Without, he's very ignorant, very shallow minded. You know. And although Andrew's not perfect, I can get behind more of the stuff, more of Andrew's life lessons than the way Hassan thinks and reaches conclusion on things, bro. I don't know. She took the world off my shoulders. If it what the fuck? This is real? Oh, it's a mod. Holy shit. I thought that's like a skin or something that you could actually unlock. Okay. I'm gonna end it off on this Charlie video because I can't be on here any longer, bro. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm exhausted today, bro. I really am. I might stream again tomorrow, bro, just to make up for today because
Just one of those days where I was smiling and I was in too good of a mood. I knew I needed to humble myself, so I did what any sane man would do. I watched an episode of The Button to make myself upset. The Button is one of the weirdest dating shows on the internet, if you can even call it a dating show. It's more of just like a war between two people pretending to be romantically interested in each other in order to squeeze as much clout out of the production as possible.
Hello.
Hi.
I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you very much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Did you get it at like a thrift store or something?
Oh yeah, I got it from one of my friends. Yeah.
I feel like this was such an aggressive opening here, like we were in round one of a boxing match and she came out swinging for the KO. Hey, nice shirt. Did you get it from a thrift shop? Like, it feels like it's almost an insult to him. I don't know if she meant it that way, but what if that's Trey's
I'm pretty sure she didn't mean it that way, but that's what it sounds like.
favorite shirt that his grandma gave to him and he wears on special occasions, you know? Like, what if he came out here and said, yeah, thanks, I like your pants, where'd you get those? Stupid town? How would you feel, huh?
Trey makes 1,000 plus tortillas a day.
I do make a lot of tortillas every day.
For like work or?
Yeah, that's how I make my money.
Oh, okay, okay. I was about to say, if you're doing that for a hobby.
I grew up eating a lot of Mexican food, so.
Oh, really?
Tortillas,
Well,
so
hey,
yeah.
you know, if you're hanging out with me, you can get fresh tortillas anytime.
Nice.
Tortillas, bro. I forgot what tortillas are, bro. I don't eat Mexican food. I don't like Mexican food. But isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy how I don't like Mexican food? But I had literally had a dream recently that I was eating a taco, and I liked it. Tortillas. Tortillas. Oh, tight shit. Ooh.
I gotta tell you, I don't think I have ever seen a wink executed in a way that comes across as anything other than odd. Like, that's usually just a conversation stopper. Nothing puts the brakes on a social experience quite like someone winking at you. Especially in the context here where they're talking about him making tortillas. I don't know why he would wink after talking about tortillas, but, you know, God bless. Unfortunately, it wasn't suave enough and he pays the price.
Not too big of a fan of tortillas, then.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe
All
I
right, can I get the fuck out of here? Or what's the?
Sure.
Damn.
That date lasted
Why you gotta say it like that? Can I get the fuck out of here?
about 18 seconds, but it felt like it was an entire 2-hour movie of sitting through that in real time.
Abby hates feet.
Why do you hate feet?
I just think they're really gross.
Can you show her your feet?
You want me to show you my feet?
Yes, please.
Oh, nice. Cool.
How do we feel about the feet?
The button
She
is the
hates
world's
it.
worst wingman. It just comes at you to like air out all of your dirtiest laundry for no reason. You'll be
I fucking hate feet too, bro. I hate my own feet. I don't like showing my own feet.
having a totally
I don't like feet, bro. I think the foot is the the most ugliest part of the human body.
normal conversation, and the button will chime in and say, "Hey, this dude's got smegma on his wiener. What do you think about that?" Like out of nowhere, and then it immediately leads to situations like this. Though, admittedly, the guy here does share some fault, because after hearing that she doesn't like feet, I don't know why he'd agree to showing her his feet. He was doomed for failure from that point forward. But I appreciate the power move, just throwing those tootsies out there for the world to see without a second thought. Kiss?
Which is why it's more impressive, like, if... Hold on. Which is why it's more impressive if, like, me hating feet, if I see your feet and I think that you have nice feet.
Why did you reject it?
Oh, I'm just not really like an outdoorsy person, but you're really
no worries.
awesome. Yeah,
I
no,
appreciate
yeah, you're so nice.
I actually respect this from the guy here. Plants both his feet, puts his stompers on the floor, puffs out his chest, and says, "Why did you reject me?" As if it's any mystery. He hates feet, and you just put out your stinky toes in front of her, and
I think he did that on purpose. I think he didn't want her to like him.
I think that was pretty much put in the books from that point forward. But I do like that he tried to enter the DPS phase of the boss battle here by asking her, like, an explanation for the rejection, for which she tried to come up with something, saying that he's too outdoorsy, because he mentioned climbing, which I think is just the first thing she could think of.
What makes you horny?
Sorry?
What makes you horny?
Makes you horny?
I don't know. This is weird. I'm an ass man. Is that weird to say?
Oh.
Sorry.
You can see this guy was itching from the jump to
What the fuck?
slam that button down. He said he did it for the boys because none of the guys got to press the button. Though we're only 2 contestants deep, so it's not like it's been all day. Or maybe it has. Maybe they just cut out a lot of content. Not sure. But this man came in here.
My dude was terrified of rejection, bro. He said, "I'm not gonna let her reject me. I'm gonna fucking reject her first."
Said he was gonna take down the raid boss, and he did. And he also said that he was an ass man in the process. So, you know, good on you. I don't know what.
Okay.
What the fuck just happened there? Her brain had a glitch there, saying that her theory is he's not into white women. Don't know where that's coming from. He even explained to you why he did it. He did it because he just wanted to take a W home to the gentleman's locker room, since none of the other guys got to press it before she did. And for some reason, she came up with like an excuse saying he's not into white women, perhaps. That has nothing to do with anything. Even if you had like a full conversation and he pressed the button still, it doesn't mean he's not into white women. It means he wasn't into you specifically.
We did like this promo video for the kids, like this like rap Christian video, and I did it. We're gonna. Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, fashion-wise, the Kraken hat doesn't go with the sweater.
They said my hat didn't go with my face.
This show is more shallow than a.
I mean, bro, I don't really give a fuck, bro. There's people that are like so fucking fashion heavy, and these are the same people that buy followers on Instagram to make themselves look like they're someone important. Like,
Toilet bowl. It's getting so messy. Like it is devolved into absolute madness. She rejected him because she didn't like his hat plus outfit combo. Even though I have to agree with the guy, I thought that was a true combo of drip right there. I thought it looked fine. I thought the hat went well with it. Of course, I'm not exactly like a fashion icon or anything, but still. I don't know what she was seeing. Her eyes must have been closed. I thought it was totally fine. But maybe she would have preferred if he was wearing a Moist Esports hat, perhaps.
Oh, Lord.
Then she probably wouldn't have been able to stop herself from lunging over the table and just pouncing on the man in pure euphoria and ecstasy. That's just the power of moistglobal.com merch. You can find all kinds of incredible stuff in there that's pretty much guaranteed to get you laid. It would have worked here, I have no doubt. Would have turned this from a dating show into a full-blown porno.
oh, okay. Oh,
What is that?
what he trying to? He trying to do that dance. Damn. What's that song? What's that song called? Fuck, I forgot what the song is called. Oh, I just wanna rock. He was trying to do that dance. Hey.
What is that? The sturdy?
Oh fuck no. Did you just call it the sturdy, bro? If you don't fucking press that red button, bro. Press that fucking red button. Press that red button as if your parents' lives depended on it, bro. Because what the fuck is that? Thank you.
Why did you reject me? Okay. Because you didn't get sturdy. That was one of the sloppiest attempts I've ever seen. This was like a scarecrow trying to give this story a whirl after watching a 5-second YouTube tutorial on it.
What the
I have to
fuck?
appreciate and commend
What
his
was
bravery
that?
in getting this shit out in front of her on their first date, and for all of us to witness, including God as well, who was absolutely weeping when he saw this sturdy try.
I don't know. Someone who's like easygoing and having fun.
You seem cool, but I want somebody that knows what they want. You know, and the whole like, you know, I don't know my vibe, kind of a little bit of a red flag for me.
Damn. Give her the same treatment.
revenge for the boys team here. He buzzes
Reading.
her and then gives an explanation for why. And to me, it just seems a little pretentious because she was explaining what she was looking for. His whole Reddit analysis here was her not knowing what she's looking for is a red flag, but she was explaining what she was looking for. She just prefaced it by saying she's not like 100% sure, like it's not the strictest.
Now that he mentions that, he has a point, bro. Like, I think he was just fishing to press that red button.
Guidelines, but she does have an idea of what she's looking for and was in the middle of explaining it, but he still buzzed her. Now, I don't know why I'm reading so deep into it. He just had someone get buzzed because the hat wasn't cool enough. Like, I don't even know why I'm trying to, like, figure out their thought process here.
His turn-ons are?
Yeah, they do not have the capacity to think that deep, Charlie, unfortunately.
I think like turn-on wise, I am big on like my love language is physical.
Okay.
So like turn-ons wise, I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's one of those like.
So you don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. She should have fucking pressed the red button.
You seem cool, but I'm sure she wants someone who knows what they want. The fact that you don't really know your own vibe is a bit of a red flag. He just immediately did the thing he criticized the last girl for. Being unable to explain what turns him on. He's fumbling over every word. Spaghetti's falling out of his butthole here, and it's getting a bit rough.
You know, like
that's rough, buddy.
This area, I guess. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
not like porn star status, nothing like that. But like
I wasn't thinking of a porn star, but now I'm thinking of a porn star.
What about you?
She's pretty.
When somebody kind of does like words of affirmation.
No, I
that's
totally
my
get
kind of
that.
thing.
You know, kind of like the reaffirmation.
Okay, can I just say, I don't know if this is a known love language, but I really like talking. Like I just like talking about like different subjects and stuff. Like I like it when somebody knows a lot of different things. So I don't know what you would call that. Someone who could just like conversate and talk about anything.
Don't know how to talk.
It's okay.
I don't know what this motion.
Because that's not
was.
words of
He said
affirmation.
anything in this area. I don't exactly know what he was doing with his hands there. I'm not super familiar with sign language, but it didn't make any sense to me unless he's like a frilled neck lizard and his like frills are gonna fire out to the side and that's one of his turn-ons. But it's about to go from bad to worse.
So
Please don't.
But we need to fix something.
No, button. Are you okay?
Do you find Brian attractive?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Kinda do.
You get the strut going, you know? You got that going.
Hey, what's up? I'm Razia. Nice to meet you.
I'll just bow out.
Man, I just feel sad. Like this is just.
What is this
Even
shit?
as a spectator here, I could see that other guy's heart breaking, his soul crumbling to dust before him, getting cucked on his own dating show here, because the button was malfunctioning. So they had one of their staff members named Brian come in and fix it, and he started stealing the girl right in front of him. Damn.
It works.
Fair enough.
Was that you testing it?
Yeah,
or was that
but
real
testing
rejection?
and rejection. I feel so
This was a more tragic story than Requiem for a Dream. After all of that, and then immediately getting buzzed for it, jeepers. Zoinks.
Zoinks.
Oh, thank you. As soon as you said wholesome, non-toxic, I'm sorry. I don't believe you. Like, I don't believe you one bit.
In her defense, when someone calls themselves a nice guy or like a really wholesome guy,
Yeah, I don't
they
believe them either.
usually aren't. This conversation between the two of them only
That was
lasted
a good
15 seconds, though. There is
button
a
press.
chance that
I
he
wouldn't
was
believe
a
that
nice
either.
person, but the fact that he said that almost immediately is alarming for most people, I imagine. But it wasn't his fault because the button asked if he was a bad boy, and he was like, "No, I'm just usually a nice person," which set off all of her flight or fight response, and she was like, "I'm not taking the chance," and buzzed.
Okay, but you could answer that in a different way. Like you could say, if the button asks you, "Are you a good person? Are you a bad person?" You could be like, I wouldn't consider myself a bad person. You don't have to. You don't have to off the bat say, "Oh, I'm a wholesome person. I'm very nice." You could to not scare off the person you're talking to. You could say, "Oh, I wouldn't consider myself a bad person. I do have my own flaws and I have done my own mistakes, but I think I try my best to be the best person I can be." Type shit, you know? Type shit. This is why I do this is why I do good in job interviews. I know how to fucking improv off of questions and shit like that.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Cole likes to smell his dog.
Oh yeah.
What?
Are you like a pet person?
I mean, yeah, but like, what do you mean you like to smell your dog?
So you know how like if there's someone you really like the smell of them? Yeah, no. I mean, just as like, not even when he's shampooed, like the barber, just whenever.
Oh.
Just like smell my dog. I guess that's kind of weird.
This is a power move I've
Okay.
never seen attempted before. Coming out the gates, calling him out on liking the smell of his dog, and him being very open about it, that yes, he loves to smell his dog.
Okay.
I'm sure you can imagine what happened next. They go on a second date,
They-
and they get married, and live happily ever after. And everybody
Stop
clapped
fucking
in the
with me.
studio. He did a great job.
She posts.
Yeah. He was being sarcastic that whole time. For the first few seconds, I actually believed him.
Very explicit pictures on Instagram, and I was like, you know, I understand that you're happy with your body, and I support you, but at the same time, can we like dial it back just a little bit?
Okay.
And she didn't like that.
Interesting.
Wow, you about to hit the button? on me?
No, I got scared. I swear.
This guy seems like a saint. Like, goddamn. So she asked, what would your ex describe you? Like, how would your ex describe you? And he was just like super honest and open. Like, my ex would probably call me controlling, but here I'm going to defend myself against what my ex might say. And then goes in to say, like, she used to post explicit content online, and he's totally fine with that, supports her, but just asked if she'd dial it back. And she didn't like that.
He made a good case
And
for
she
himself.
didn't
That's why she
disclose,
didn't
so, I
praise
mean,
it.
that's
That's
a
why she
good
didn't
sign.
praise it.
I'd be interested in going on a second date.
He was honest.
I too would be interested in going to a second date.
You don't press me, you win the bet.
I'm not even gonna look at it a second.
Ouch. Owie.
I don't know. I just
Owie.
couldn't get over the little like thing that you were talking about with your ex. I kind of do like to post freely. I don't like anybody to hold me back. That was kind of my issue with my last relationship.
Plot twist I'm sure you didn't see coming. This show continues to pack the wildest surprises you'd ever imagine. So instead of winning the competition, she throws no one wins. I will say, I think the reasoning is still a bit weird, because the guy even said, like, he was supportive of her, just kind of asked, like, hey, maybe just not so much so often, which I don't really think sounds unreasonable, nor does it really sound like it's holding her back. You know, it just, I don't know, didn't strike me as like a huge red flag kind of situation. But anyway, that's where the button concludes. That's it. See ya.
See ya. The way he ends his videos, bro, I can't. Only he could do that. Anyway, I don't think I could do much for today, bro. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm tired. My eyes are tired. I feel tired. I'll probably continue this tomorrow. I'll probably play God of War tomorrow, but for today, I don't think I'm gonna do much. I'm tired. Anyway, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. All right. Wait, wrong one. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace. Peace.